Sunram. Sunram finds it. OC left pocket 3 on the way. Tickles it Twine.
Now it's Maddie Bass on the drive. Bass, nice move, and Bass with an easy layup.
To the feet, Ruppel brought back down. O'Connor, though, lost the grab, and down to the mat. Ruppel with a chance for a pin with a minute 15. There it is.
Pick and roll, Kaloran. Hooks it underneath, and a bunny for Hannig.
Side to Charlie Shaw. Shaw looks right, drives in, attacks the double team, and splits him for the layup.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Inside the W.E. Osmond. And a pleasant good Monday afternoon here inside the Shack. This is high school basketball here today on yourliveevent.com. Featuring the Wahpeton Huskies and alongside the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers here for our first of 3 contests here today. Kindred and Lisbon then roughly at 6, followed by Central Cass and Northern Cass in the nightcap roughly at 7:30. The 4th seed of Fargo Oak Grove and the 5th seed of the Wahpeton Huskies. Winner will play the number 1 seed who earned a bye into the tournament. That is the Valley City Highlanders, as they will be awaiting the winner of this contest coming up in the semifinals tomorrow. Also a note for tomorrow's game. Times will be at 6 and 7:30, but then on Thursday, the games will be in the afternoon. The third place game will be at 1 o'clock, and then you'll get to the championship game after that at 2:30, followed by the All-Region Team Senior Athlete Coach of the Year as well. So again, Thursday, a little caveat and a note with NDSU women's basketball having a game at 7 o'clock. They're moving that up earlier in the afternoon at 1 and 2:30, respectively. I'm Chase Miller. Welcome to our pregame show today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial. Go to IRIeinsurance.com to get a free quote started today. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll dive into the matchup a little bit more between the Huskies and the Grovers. We'll also hear from both head coaches Brian Watson and Chad Slider. That's all ahead of our starting lineups and the opening tip today for our first of 3 from the Shack. It's the Division A Region 1 Girls Basketball Tournament.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassiz Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems or working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they'll come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Call 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
You would never buy a one-size-fits-all shirt, and you should never do so to protect your valuable assets. And we'll find you the right fit for your insurance policies.
Home insurance, auto insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance, crop insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
As we continue on our IRA Insurance pregame show here today, the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, the number 4 seed entering the tournament, going up against the 5 seed Huskies. They split in the regular season. Oak Grove won in Wahpeton back on January the 16th by a 10-point 66-56. Then the Wahpeton Huskies won at Oak Grove 50-41 back on February the 13th. So just about a week and a half earlier that these two teams met. And there was a high probability when they competed that they were probably going to play again here in this particular matchup. So we'll talk with both coaches about how much did you really, so to speak, show the second meeting that you might hold into your bag of cards here a little bit later on. For Oak Grove, a season ago, they lost to Wahpeton in this very venue, in this very tournament game in the Region 1 quarters here at the Shack, 43-41, so a chance for the Grovers to get a little revenge for the Huskies. Well, for the Huskies from a season ago, they were able to get by the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, unable to make it to the state tournament. They lost to Kindred in the third place matchup after falling in the semifinals to the eventual champion, the Northern Cass Jaguars, and then they fell after that at the hands here again of the Kindred Vikings for third place here for the Wahpeton Huskies. The winner of this matchup will go up against the Valley City Highlanders. Valley City swept the regular season between Oak Grove and Wahpeton this year. A couple players to watch out for here for the Huskies, who are 9-12 on the season, 5-7 in the region, head coached by Brian Watson. They finished 6-3 on the year. They lost back-to-back games, but against high-ranked competition against Devils Lake and Kindred to close out the regular season. Scout Woods, the future NDSU track and field commit here for North Dakota State in the fall. The 5'10 senior forward averaging 19 points and 6 rebounds per contest. And Hallie Miller, the 5'10 senior guard, at 10 points and 4 rebounds here for the Wahpeton Huskies. That's 1A and 1B respectively. Then Piper Nelson, the 7th grader, averaging 8 points and 2 rebounds so far in terms of stat leaders, with the younger sister of Scout Woods, that's Claire, averaging 6 points and 2 rebounds per contest. For Chad Slider and the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, 10 wins, 11 losses on the season, 5-1 in Region 1 play. They went 3-3 in their last 6 games of the regular season. On February the 13th, lost by 9 against Wahpeton, then opened up a win against Norman County Eastern and Hitterdall back on February the 17th with a 75-31 win against the Titans. For the Grovers, leading their way is Newman with 6 points and 9 rebounds. Haley nearly a walking double-double again of 11 and 9. Peyton Downs 9 points, 4 boards, and Sophia Geiger is the leading point getter at 14 points per contest. She's got 48 threes on the season here for Oak Grove. Win, and you got Valley City coming up tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the semis. Lose, and your season comes to a close. Again, this is our first of 3 today here from the Shack in Fargo. Kindred and Lisbon coming up here at 6 o'clock, then roughly at 7:30. It'll be Central Cass and Northern Cass. Chase Miller with you here today. The broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. And this is our IRA Insurance pregame show. We come back after this. We'll take a look at the final poll for Class A girls basketball here in the state of North Dakota, and then we'll hear from the coaches, get to your out-of-town scoreboard, that and more before our starting lineups and the opening tip here today from Fargo.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
Bears Home Solutions is the Red River Valley's premier HVAC and plumbing company. Our team of friendly, licensed professionals has delivered top-notch service to the Red River Valley since 1978. Bears Home Solutions is the only name you need to know when it comes to heating, cooling, and plumbing installation, service, or repair. When you want it done right the first time, you need a Bear in there.
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the open spaces here and being able to go in and out. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators. I just have most everything that I need close at hand.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of Fargo-Moorhead and the surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into settling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified Carlita Dietz.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
High school hoops today here from the Shack in Fargo. This is our pregame show today, brought to you in part by IRA Insurance. As we take a look at the latest basketball poll here in the state of North Dakota coming out yesterday, the final one for Division A girls basketball. South Prairie Max, the lone undefeated team in Division A with 14 first-place votes. They're number 1. Valley City number 2 with 1 first-place vote. Devils Lake number 3, followed by Kindred, also out of Region 1 at number 4. Then Thompson 5. And Carrington in the receiving votes section. Just like last year, if you make your way past today, you do have a game in hand, or if you don't have your best performance or lose at the buzzer, you can find your way still to the state tournament via the qualifier round, where you got to win on the third place match on Thursday, then you got to win in a state qualifier on Saturday to get to Minot a week and a half from now in the quarterfinal round of the girls state basketball tournament. So again, win and go home for this day. From there, you can have a loss and still make your eventual goal, which is to try to get to Minot for that state tournament. Coming up here across the state of North Dakota for Division A girls basketball, Region 2 later tonight on yourliveevent.com. 5:30 for the opening tip. Grafton and 4 wins Minnewacan. Thompson and Hillsborough Central Valley following that here for our video portion of our coverage from Mayville State. Out west, South Prairie Max already a winner over Dunseith 87-45. South Prairie Max now improves to 22-0 on the season. They await the winner of Rugby and Lax Burlington. Also out west in Region 4, Watford City and Killdeer get going in the quarterfinals out in Hazen, with Shiloh Christian, Stany Rock, and Dickinson Trinity alongside with Beulah. The number 1 seed in the Region 4 Division A tournament are the Hazen Bison. We'll also keep you apprised of what's going on for Division B basketball tournaments 1 through 4. Division B Region 1 in Jamestown, Lytton HMB, Wymer, Lidgewood, Sargent County, Edgeley, Cullum, Montpelier, with Maple River, Kidder County, and Lemoore Litchfield-Marion going up against Oaks. We'll keep you apprised of that as well. But that again is a look at your out-of-town scoreboard here today. For more games and coverage, simply go to our website. That's yourliveevent.com. We wrapped up wrestling over the weekend. Got hockey coming up on Thursday with a monster section title in Minnesota Section 8A Boys Hockey Championship with Warroad and East Grand Forks. We'll have coverage of both the Region 1, Region 2. Region 1 audio only. Region 2 on Division A will be video. Then we'll get to the district boys on Friday, and then the girls state qualifiers for a video coverage coming up on Saturday from Mayville State. Simply go to our website, yourliveevent.com, or hit subscribe on our YouTube channel. Again, that's Your Live Event, to check out all the games and coverage coming up here through the coming weeks, as we'll find our way into March sooner rather than later once we get to Saturday. Against the Wahpeton Huskies going up against the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. Oak Grove averaging 55 points on the season, defensively giving up 55 points as well, while for the Wahpeton Huskies averaging 51 points per game, defensively giving up 54 points per contest. The Huskies shooting 38% from the floor, 24% from 3, and 65 from the free throw line, while on the opposite side here for the Grovers, 35% shooting from the floor, 28 from the land of 3, and 68% from the free throw line here this season for Fargo Oak Grove. We'll continue after this as we'll get into our coaches conversation. We'll hear from Brian Watson of the Wahpeton Huskies. Then we'll hear from Oak Grove's Chad Slander. That's all ahead of our starting lineups and the opening tip today here inside the Shack. This is Division A Region 1 girls basketball.
Homegrown local Radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator. Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
The City of Hillsborough invites you to make Hillsborough your home. If you're looking for a new home or a job, check out the opportunities in Hillsborough and see what the community can offer you and your family. Enjoy a quality family life with community, education, church, entertainment, and more. For all neighbors and those driving through the region, we welcome you to come and shop with the businesses in Hillsborough. If you have questions related to services available in the City of Hillsborough, contact the Hillsborough City Office at 701-636-4620.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
On our IRA Insurance pregame show here today to open up the Region 1 girls basketball quarterfinals here in Division A. Wahpeton Huskies going up against the Oak Grove Grovers. Joining us from Wahpeton's perspective is the head coach, that's Brian Watson. And Brian, just talk about how your team has changed in the last month and a half of this season, of how you're playing the style of brand of basketball that you want to be playing, whether it's a win or a loss. Just what have you seen from your club the last 6 weeks of the regular season that you hope to bring in here to Fargo here this week?
Yeah, just a lot of growth. You know, we always talk about it at the beginning of the season, how we just want to learn and try and get better with each game, whether we win the game or lose the game. And I felt like we've done that. We had a tough stretch early in the season where we lost, 5 in a row. And then we're able to put some good games together and win a bunch in the stretch here and later in the season. So, for us, it's just a matter of trying to play good, clean basketball. When we take care of the basketball, we put ourselves in a really good position. And then we're certainly going to have to take care of the basketball tonight.
You go up against an opponent like Oak Grove. You split with them in the regular season, and you just played them, about a week ago here. So good thing, bad thing that you played a team, so soon to the end of the regular season to start the postseason here. Brian, how do you view it as a coach?
I think it's good. I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think it's good for us that we played them recently, so it's fresh. Sometimes if you play a team early in the season and you don't see them again, there's a lot of change. But, we feel like we can go out there and be comfortable and know where we need to be. We know we need to take care of Geiger. We need to take care of Downs and Newman. And then we got to try and limit everybody else and not let anybody kind of, go off on their own and break out. So if we can do that against them and play within ourselves, I think we can try and find some success here tonight.
You take a look at 4 quarters of basketball in this particular round where it's win or go home. What must the Wahpeton Huskies do well for 4 quarters of basketball to get to the semifinals coming up tomorrow night here, Brian?
Like I said earlier, we need to take care of the basketball. That's been one of our Achilles heels, and when we take care of it, we do well. And then we've got to protect that three-point line. We cannot let Geiger have any open looks out there. So I feel if we can do those 2 things, take care of the ball, protect that three-point line, and limit Geiger, I feel we put ourselves in a real good position.
Final thing for me, Brian, what is the senior class meant to Wahpeton Husky basketball? And some of them have played a lot of varsity minutes for you in a multitude of capacity, but what have they meant for the program, whether it's been as seniors or at any time that they have stepped foot, in practice or in the gym?
The Wahpeton girls basketball program's been Scout Woods for 4 years. She's played 5 years varsity. Hallie Miller's coming to her own here, being all-region last year. And then we've got another group of seniors who have all played together. These guys have played together for a long time. Julia Lopez-Lee, Latea Luneberg, Olivia Hansen, seniors that have just been together. I think for them to get this far and see if they can extend their season and maybe go out of here on a special note, I think it's going to be key for them, and I hope that they can do it. They deserve to, finish this thing on a high note, so hopefully they can get her done.
Brian, thanks so much for your time. Good to see you, and best of luck here today against Oak Grove.
Thanks, Chase. I appreciate it.
Brian Watson, head coach for the Huskies, will continue after this here on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
On our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, as we get to our coaches conversation here with the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, squaring off with the Wahpeton Huskies. Joining us here, the head coach of the Grovers, that is Chad Slider here. And Chad, always fun to get to tournament time. Nicer to be 40 degrees outside instead of minus 20 sometimes. But overall, the last week of the regular season, as you had a little bit of time in between regular season and postseason, what's the one thing you've preached with your girls as you now get ready into a win and advance situation here today with the Wahpeton Huskies?
I think for us is that, we wanted to prepare last week like it's time for us to take that next step. Every year that we've been here, we've kind of taken a little bit farther step into what we wanted our season to be. And for us, that natural progression now is to win the first round regional game. So we've been preparing like that all through last week. Obviously, we knew pretty early that we were going to get Wahpeton in the first round. Fortunate or unfortunately, we played them in the last regional game. So we're very familiar with who they are, what they do. So I think it's going to be a good ball game this afternoon.
You take a look at Wahpeton. You split with them this season. You won down there. They won up here in Fargo. The last game, as you alluded to, was on February the 13th, a 50-41 win. Did you guys show your cards? Did you hold anything back, knowing that you and Brian probably knew there was a high likelihood of you two playing each other in this particular matchup, Chad?
Yeah, I don't think we did everything that we will do tonight. There were some things I think defensively that we didn't get into in that game. And really for us, the difference in that game from the first time we played was just shooting percentage. We didn't shoot as well at home in the last game that we played. But we had a good week this last week in practice, so hopefully that'll work out for us tonight.
Scout Woods, obviously always a matchup in terms of when you take a look at who you have to stop, who do you get in front of. I know it's not just Scout, but what does someone like Scout provide as a challenge?
She's just so strong physically. When she gets the ball out 20, 25 feet from the basket, and if she gets her eyes set on the rim, that's where she's going. So you got to try to throw a couple kids at her, try to get the ball out of her hands as quickly as possible. When she gets that head of steam into the lane, there's really not much you can do once she gets in there. So we'll key on her. But obviously the Miller kid is, she can slash and get to the basket. They've got a couple other big kids that, start and they come off the bench. So we're going to have our work cut out for us in the lane.
Chad, when you take a look at your club, what do you want to see from your team for 4 quarters of basketball to get to that semifinals? And the biggest thing is this second year of a new system. If you get to the semis, you still can lose one and still get to your ultimate goal, which is that state qualifier or a state tournament. So biggest thing you want to see from your club here today would be what?
I think just defensive intensity across all 4 quarters. And then offensively, we got to be able to handle the basketball. That has been our Achilles heel at times throughout the season. If we get pressured, we do have a tendency to turn the basketball over. And the other part, when we say we didn't shoot as well against Wahpeton in the last regional game, we didn't get as many shots because we turned the ball over a little bit too much. They had a lot of offensive rebounds to limit some of our chances. So we got to shorten those things up today, and hopefully that will work in our favor.
Chad, good to see you. Best of luck here today.
Thanks, Chase.
And again, head coach of the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, Chad Slider, with us here on our pregame show. We'll continue after this here inside the Shack.
The Kindred Viking Boosters support healthy, active, competitive high school athletes. Viking athletes. Ready, focused, come celebrate their achievements. You're invited to Viking Pride. Save the date, buy your tickets, or reserve a table. Get excited for April 5th. Join friends at a new location, the Avalon Event Center. Viking Pride 2025. A feast, fun games, and a night to celebrate. They are why we booster.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop, and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial, and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Final segment on our pregame show here before we get to our starting lineups and the opening tip, as we heard from both head coaches talking about that matchup that they had just most recently on February the 13th. Was it a hindrance? Was it a good thing? Also talking about some of the matchups as those two coaches will kind of circle on their card. For Chad Slatter mentioned about Scott Woods, the slashing and cutting ability of a Miller, while for Brian Watson, he named a Sophie Geiger with Peyton Downs and Haley Newman as some of the parties that they will have to contend with here today from the Wahpeton perspective against Fargo Oak Grove. Oak Grove, 2 state tournament appearances in program history, most recently coming back in 1999, while for the Wahpeton Huskies, 9 state tournaments in program history, most recently coming back in 2002. They were a state qualifier team back in the EDC days. Second year of this 3-division girls basketball system. Again, we'll keep you apprised of all the other scores going on across the region in Division B girls basketball. And it's a final out in Jamestown. Linton HMB over Wymer Lidgerwood. So the Lions are the 46-32 win over the Warbirds. They await the winner of Sargent County and Edgeley Cullum Montpelier. We'll keep you apprised of what's going on out there. Also a reminder, Grafton 4 wins Minnewacan, and Thompson and Hillsborough Central Valley coming up a little bit later on from Mayville State for our video coverage on yourliveevent.com. And then we'll get to Kindred Lisbon, Central Cass Cass and Northern Cass a little bit later on here tonight inside the Shack. Again, that does it for our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote started today. When we come back after this, starting lineups and the opening tip from the Shack, it's the 4-seed Oak Grove against the 5-seed Huskies here on your LiveEvent.com.
The Outlaws are coming back. The World of Outlaws Late Model Series is coming back to Ada, the Norman County Raceway. Saturday, June 28th, the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series will have 2 shows at Red River Valley Speedway Saturday, May 31st and August 23rd. For tickets and more information, visit ncraceway.com, redrivervalleyspeedway.com, or follow on Facebook.
The Northern Kansas School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Kansas will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Kansas is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northernkansasschool.org. That's northernkansasschool.org. Are you dreading tax season? Don't stress. Let Olson Accounting make the tax season a breeze, just like knowing your ABCs. From individuals to businesses, the expert staff at Olson Accounting ensures every deduction is maximized, every form is filed correctly. Let Olson Accounting set up your tax plan and eliminate any problems by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Looking to sell your equipment or needing an upgrade? Purple Wave Auction has you covered. From construction to agriculture and fleet, we make it easy for you to sell, bid, or buy. Always online and always no reserve. Take the next step and register for free today at purplewave.com. It's time to experience the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment with Purple Wave Auction.
As we get you ready for this contest here, let's get to our starting lineups with our public address announcer across the way here inside the Shields Activity Center.
Wahpeton Huskies. A senior, number 2, Hallie Miller. A 7th grader, number 3, Piper Nelson. A senior, number 4, Olivia Hansen. A sophomore, number 32, Sienna Fobb. And a senior, number 40, Scout Woods. The Huskies are coached by Brian Watson, assisted by Rod Brewer, Patrick Gulen, and Lincoln Mirakowski. And now, the starting lineup for the 4th-seeded Oak Grove Grovers. A junior, number 5, Sophie Geiger. An 8th grader, number 12, Peyton Hansen. A senior, number 13, Mari Balmy. A senior, number 22, Peyton Downs. And a senior, number 33, Haley Newman. The Grovers are coached by Chad Slider, assisted by Emily Johnson and Sophie Sparrow.
Again, as we welcome you back here inside the Shields Activity Center, Dustin Payne, Tommy Bergen, alongside Hunter Finkston are our 3 officials here in this one. Chase Miller with you courtside inside the Shields Activity Center as we get you ready for what is going to be our first of 3 contests in this 4-5 matchup. A season ago, Wahpeton winners by 2 against the Oak Grove Grovers 43-41 in this very matchup. Opening tip here at 4:34 on a Monday afternoon as we welcome you into the final week of February, and the opening tip is won by the team clad in purple here today in the Wahpeton Huskies. Out in their white uniforms with the Lady Huskies across the the front, trimmed in gold. The Grovers get a hand on their 2-3 zone. Here's a steal. Geiger with the basketball. Then Miller comes back, saves it behind the back to our teammate in Piper Nelson. The Grovers clad in their uniforms here today of whites with Grovers across the front in that maroon color, outlined in black. Ball gets skipped, goes Hansen. Little 2-3 zone continues here by the Grovers. Ball will go left-handed side as this one goes high post to Scott Woods. Woods drive kick, open is Miller. Miller cutting inside the paint, leaves it to Woods now at the right wing. Woods jumper from 15, book it. Scott Woods with the opening 2 points on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard here for the Huskies. Scott Woods can be a handful again, 19 points, 6 rebounds per contest. The future Bison in track and field gets the opening 2 points, other side of the floor. The paint opens up for Geiger coming off a high pick play there from Peyton Downs, and Geiger finishes with the left hand, and we're knotted at 2 apiece. 6:54 left to play here in the opening quarter. The Huskies will slow it up here with Sienna Fobb. Kick left-handed side, deep three-pointer. That'll go off the mark by Nelson out of bounds, and it will be in the hands of the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. Oak Grove, a team that's averaging 55 points per game this season for the Wahpeton Huskies, a team that's averaging 51, and a good core of seniors that have either been starters or good role players for both Coach Watson and alongside Chad Slider. One of them's playing their final game. Here's a cross-court three. Rattle it in here for the Grovers. As Peyton Hansen hits the triple, that'll be her 18th of the season for the 8th grader here. It's a 5-2 lead for the Grovers. And Scott Woods gets doubled up the far side. Batting that one out of bounds is Geiger. As with 6:17 left to play here in this first quarter. We'll see this now to the high post jumper on the way. This one's going to rattle in. Sienna Fobb gets the shooter's touch, and now it's a 5-4 contest on the baseline out of bounds. Ball will go to the top of the key here for Oak Grove as they will sing it left-hand side to Bolmy. Skip to Hansen, right wing. Back to the top to Geiger. Geiger on this zone. Throws one up. This one will be a long rebound. One here by Peyton Hansen. Hansen shovels a pass on the interior. Gets the ball back. Right pocket three on the way. That'll go along and rebound here for Scott Woods. Woods pushing it up the floor. Here goes Piper Nelson to the 10. Losing it on the way up. Out of bounds, and it will stay Wahpeton basketball. 5:42 to play here in the opening quarter. This is the quarterfinals of the Division A girls basketball tournament. As you'll see the Huskies inbounding it here with Miller. Miller feeds it Woods on the inside. Woods goes into a double team. Good hands defensively by Newman, but Woods gets the ball back. Shot off the mark. Fobb and a reach and foul. Hansen with her first, team's first, after the rebound there by Sienna Fobb, and this will allow a fresh reset on the 35-second shot clock here for the Wahpeton Huskies to inbound on the left baseline. Miller, the 5'10 senior guard, gives it to Woods. Woods spot up, 14-footer, bucket. Scott Woods now with 4. And the Wahpeton Huskies regain the advantage here at 6-5 with 5:26 left to play here in this first quarter. Ball will go to Geiger at the top of the key. Wahpeton also in this little zone pressure defense here. A little 2-1-2 high pressure zone. They get a hand. They nearly got a steal. This one goes inside to Downs. Downs on a drive on Fobb. Right-handed shot, no. Rebound comes down to Woods on the back left board. Scott Woods wearing those gold shoes gives this one up top to Olivia Hansen. Hansen back between the rings, not to Nelson. Skips it, Miller at the left wing. Miller will see this one back to Scott Woods as they reverse it right-hand side to Piper. Nelson near sideline to Miller. Miller at the wing, gonna drive, gets walled off there. Back to the top, shot clock working its way to 10 seconds. Fobb at the right wing, gives it back up top to Hansen. Shot clock now to 7. Hansen with the basketball, top of the key. Extra pass to Fobb, steps into a right of the key. Three-pointer, long rebound, good defense and active hands up top. Rebound comes down to Geiger. Geiger near sideline out of Peyton Downs. Downs will handle it here as the Grovers are going from the north to the south rim. This one gets thrown away by Piper Nelson, and Nelson gets fouled. Downs with her first, team second free throw opportunities on the way here for Piper Nelson. Nelson, a 58% free throw shooter on the season for the 5'6", 7th grader here for the Huskies. 4:22 left to play in the opening quarter as Wahpeton will head to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon. Free throw attempt, that'll go long. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming here for the Huskies. A chance to take a 2-point lead. Back and forth we're going here, and what you would expect a 4-5 matchup. Third time these two teams have played this season. Free throw attempt number 2. Next one's going to go off the mark, and a rebound upcoming here to the Grovers as that'll go to Mari Bolmy, left-handed side, interior to Nelson in the transition for two. Give the assist to Rachel Christensen, who just checked in. Newman gets her first field goal of the contest, and then there's a foul here on the body. Aspen Jose will pick up the foul, her first, team's third for the 5'6" junior who was newly inserted. Piper Nelson was getting up the near side here, and there'll be a foul there of Jose. Just couldn't wall her off before she got to the near sideline. Oak Grove leads it here at 7-6. Ball goes to the top of the key for the Huskies. Piper Nelson, right wing now to Hanson. Hanson to the baseline, fob on the interior to Woods. Goes into a double team, but muscles her way out of it to finish for two. Huskies with an 8-7 lead here with 3:45 and counting here in this first quarter. Geiger, top of the key, near sideline now to Jose, the baseline. Mari Bolmy, high arching rainbow, that'll go long. Backside rebound out of play, and it'll be last touch here off of Oak Grove. 3 fouls so far here for the Grovers, 0 for the Wahpeton Huskies. Full court pressure defense, a little 2-2-1 for Oak Grove. As Cambria Mauk, the 5'7" sophomore, will check in here to the game. Here for Coach Brian Watson, making his first substitution of the contest. So far, 7 players in for the Grovers, now 6 for the Huskies. Scout Woods will see this, able to spin as she does at the high post. Woods up and over on the pass, near sideline to fob, back to Scout as they give it up top to Miller. Miller hands this one off now to Mauk as Mauk will reset the offense here. Mauk at the left wing, back up top to Piper Nelson. Mauk gives it left and inside to Miller. Miller ripping it through right to left, drives the paint. There's a foul on Newman. Allie Miller, a 62% free throw shooter, will head the line to shoot 2. Newman will pick up the foul, her first and the team's fourth. And 2 free throw attempts upcoming here for the Wahpeton Huskies. Free throw attempt is up. And that one will hit off the rim. Huskies will make a substitution as Hanson will check in. Free throw attempt number 2 will be upcoming. As checking out of the game will be Piper Nelson, excuse me. Second one's going to be long. Rebound, though, for Sienna Fahm, and a fresh 35 here for the Huskies. Ball will go right-handed side to Scout Woods. Wahpeton trying to make the most out of their second chance opportunity. Mauk left-handed side to Miller. Miller inside to Fob. Here comes a double by Jose, trying to get it on the interior. Good hands defensively by Christensen. Second turnover here for the Huskies. Mari Bolmy with the head of steam. Other side of the floor. Bolmy throws this one up. No. This one will go long, and the ball will go to play. Last touch here by Wahpeton with Cambria Mauk after she got the rebound. Then she was looking for the outlet up the far sideline to a teammate in Miller. Miller was already well on her way up the floor, so a turnover here for the Huskies. Payne Downs to check back into the game as Mari Bolmy will check out of the contest. Grovers to inbound it here with Rachel Christensen. Christensen gives it to the right wing, taking a couple of dribbles here as Geiger stop pop inside the paint from 10 no. Rebound comes down to Fob. Sienna Fob's got her third board of the contest. Wahpeton with 2:35 left to play here in the first quarter. On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, leads it by a point. Left wing here for the Huskies. Miller kick right-handed side now to Hanson to the baseline to Fob. They're giving a lot of tension interior to Woods. Open, Mauk top of the key. Three-pointer, book it. Cambria Mauk with her 5th three-pointer of the season, and she shot that one with some confidence. It's 11-7. As we handle it now for the Grovers, they give it up top to Geiger. Well, zone defense continues by Wahpeton, hedging out on top of that zone, being very active. Geiger here at the top of the key. Bounce pass right in front of the Wahpeton bench to Jose. Skips it right-hand side to Christensen. Step through back to Aspen. Jose inside to Newman. Kick to the right wing. Three-pointer on the way. Got it to go. Rachel Christensen with her 8th three-pointer of the season. Points off the bench here for Fargo Oak Grove. Huskies will see this now with Hanson. Goes into a double team. Bounce pass to Mauk. Mauk able to reverse it, but as she does, a little foul here on the Grovers, and we'll see some free throws as Geiger will pick up her first and the team's 5th, and we'll see the 2 free throws upcoming here as we'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2 on the way here for the Wahpeton Huskies. As Wahpeton will make sure they got the right free throw shooter at the line as Mauk will head to the stripe to shoot 2. Huskies so far from the charity stripe 0 for 4. Free throw attempt is up, and that will go off the mark. Now make them 0 for 5. Substitution as you'll see Claire Woods, the 5'11 freshman, checking in for the older sister in Scout Woods. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming here for Mauk. That'll go long. Rebound here for Newman. Newman gets the loose ball. Oak Grove will work it the other side of the floor. Geiger left-handed side of Downs. Downs taking a couple hard dribbles. Stop pop from 15. That one will go long. Rebound put back by Newman. Can't go. It's loose underneath. Newman gets the ball yet again. Ball gets reversed around a horn to the right baseline to Jost. Bounce pass inside Downs, and there's a foul. Claire Woods will pick up the foul. Her first, team's first, is an 82% free throw shooter on the season. And Peyton Downs will head to the free throw line here for the Grovers. A chance to tie or possibly take the lead. 2 free throws upcoming here for Peyton. The Grovers led by the 3 of Christensen and the 3 of Hansen so far as Downs hits the first. Now for the Huskies, led by the 6 of Scout Woods, as Carolyn DeYoung will check in here for Newman. Tied at 11 apiece, 1:19 left to play here in the quarter. Free throw attempt on the way here for Downs. Right-handed toss is up and in. Downs goes 2 for 2 from the line and gives the Grovers now a 1-point edge. Points have been hard to come by after the opening 2.5 minutes. We're 6-5 Huskies with 5:26 left in the first quarter. Sienna Fobb will give this one now to Hansen. Hansen at the top of the key, able to reverse it to Mauk. Mauk looking for the skip pass. Nothing there as they give it now left-hand side to Miller after the extra fine. Mauk gets the ball back at the right wing, coming through his Hansen to the baseline. Woods is posting up, nothing there. Ball gets skipped. Miller open, left wing, 3. This one will go long. Rebound coming down to Fobb, who lost it off her right hand, saves it, but it goes right to a Grover here as Aspen Jost will come up with the basketball. Grovers want to push. Downs in transition. A jumper from 17 is good from the left wing. Payne Downs 4 consecutive points here for the Grovers. They lead it by 3. 30 seconds left here in this first quarter of play as we'll see another turnover. This one goes to Aspen Jost, now to Downs. Downs on the baseline, and this will be partially deflected. Downs will stay with it now to Geiger. Geiger at the left wing. Geiger floater from the backboard, can't get it, and Fobb gets her 5th rebound. 13 seconds left to play here in this first quarter of play. As you'll see it now with 7 seconds, now to 5. Huskies give it right wing to Hansen, skips it right-handed side. Downs with a block shot here from Gracie Falk on the right wing 3, and that's how we'll finish our first quarter play. It's the Oak Grove Grovers 14, the Wahpeton Huskies 11 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Experience everything your home can be. Stop in for our President's Day sale, February 17th through March 1st. Save 25% on everything bath, including bathroom lighting, decorative vanity mirrors, lighted mirrors, bath accessories, and even special order items. With our large in-store selection and help from our lighting designers, you're sure to find the perfect items for your home. The Lighting Gallery, 3622 South Washington, Grand Forks. Online at shopthelightinggallery.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side. Corner 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. That again is dhb.bank, Dakota Heritage Bank. Sharing their heritage and their future. It's 14-11 Oak Grove out in front here of the Wahpeton Huskies, as they'll have to get the main clock in-house reset as it was going from 8 minutes down to about 7:30. So they will reset this one, which allows us to reset the game here. Opening quarter play, Scott Woods leads the floor with 6 points. Grovers have 5 players in the scoring column, led by Peyton Downs of 4 so far. And the Oak Grove Grovers on a little 4-0 run to close out the quarter as we begin this second. Wahpeton coming out to a trap. This one gets deflected back into Downs. Downs here at the free throw line, jumper from 15. That'll go long. Rebound here for Hansen. Hansen will handle it now, going right to left as we see it, or from the south to the north hoop here inside the Shield Center. Huskies with it as they give it to Hansen. High post to Claire Woods, not a Scout. Scout at the right wing, Claire at the high post, gives it right-handed side. as the Huskies will see it now to Hanson. Hanson on the interior to Claire. Ball gets deflected and a turnover as the Grovers come away with it. Grovers bounce pass up the floor to Maury Balmy. Ball out of play, and it'll be last touch here by Oak Grove. So far, 6 turnovers for the Huskies, starting to add up with 0 of 6 from the free throw line. Oak Grove with 2 first quarter turnovers and 2 of 2 from the stripe, as Newman rechecks into the game here for the Grovers. Also Sienna Fobb quickly coming back in for Wahpeton. Newman going right to the paint. Shot is off the mark. Rebound, though, for Fobb, and Fobb with her 6th board. Huskies will handle it now with Hanson in the front court. Hanson crossing over on that Bison emblem. Right-handed side to Piper Nelson, now to Woods. That's Scout. Scout taking a couple of dribbles inside the paint. Double kick. Left pocket 3 on the way for the Huskies. Rattle it in as Claire Langenwalter buries her 13th main triple of the season. Points off the bench for head coach Brian Watson, and we're tied at 14 apiece. It's coming at the 6:50 mark here of the quarter. Ball goes right-handed side now to the Grovers. That'll be in the hands of Peyton Hanson. Gives it back up top to Balmy. Balmy able to reverse it to Christensen. Christensen sees this one now on the interior to Newman, and a turnover there as that was thrown at Newman's foot. As the Huskies will see this with the bright neon colors of Langenwalter's shoes in pink, and the same for Sienna Fobb. Ball will go left and inside to Hanson. Gives it back up top now to Nelson. High post touch to Woods. That's Scout looking for another 3 on the way. Langenwalter. This one will go along. Backside board here for Hanson. Hanson open from the left wing. Rainbow triple finds gold. Hanson with their 12th made 3 of the season, and the Huskies are starting to hit some 3s. That's their 3rd of the contest. 6-0 run here for Wahpeton to open up the first 2 minutes here of the second quarter. High-low game. Newman going for the cutting low of Christensen. It was open, but she throws it into the front row, and that'll be a turnover here for the Grovers. Wahpeton will make the substitution, as they will. Miller will check back in, as the Huskies got to have 5 players to get in, as they do. They will have 5 as they will recess, as they were making sure who was coming out and who was staying in. Coming out was Hanson, as Miller again able to return. This one goes up the floor. Grovers come away with a steal after the tip by Newman, as they were looking for Nelson in the front court here for Wahpeton, as Geiger will come up with it. Geiger sees a double, gives it to Hanson. Ball skipped now to Newman at the high post. Dribble, bounce pass, nice find on the interior. Ball goes short though on the shot by Maury Bolmy, and a rebound here for Scott Woods. Woods will handle it now at the wing. Little hesitation, dribble, jumper from 15. That'll rattle out, and a rebound to Peyton Downs. Downs in a hustle this one up the floor, working with it left to right. 5:20 left here in the half. Jumper on the way, Hanson. It went in and out, no good. And a board coming here for Sienna Fobb. Good luck for the Grovers. Instead, the Huskies will get it. Miller going to streak to the paint. Little Euro step off the window for 2. Miller said, if you're not going to stop the ball, I'm going to go right down Main Street. And the Huskies now have a 8-0 run to begin this quarter. Geiger, Newman finds it right inside Hanson. Bounce pass, good look, and the 5 for 2. Geiger now with 4 points. Grover's doing a good job against that defense to get on the board. It's now 19-16 Wahpeton. Bounce pass, other side, left-handed layup is up and in. Sienna Fobb now with 4. Now we're trading some buckets back and forth. We go on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. 4:30 left here in the first half. Balmy at the left wing, able to skip it right-handed side. Block shot on the way for Miller after the attempt by Hanson. The 5'10 Miller got up and rejected that one like an outside hitter in volleyball. Ball will give it to Newman. Jumper from 16, and Newman's got another one. Time on the floor here for Chad Slider. Will break as well. Timeout on the floor, brought to you in part by Bank North. Huskies lead it by 3. 4:23 left to play here in the opening half.
You would never buy a one-size-fits-all shirt, and you should never do so to protect your valuable assets. And we'll find you the right fit for your insurance policies.
Home insurance, auto insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance, crop insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
Timeout brought to you in part by Bank North. Visit banknorth.bank. That again is banknorth.bank, member FDIC. Equal housing lender. See what values-based banking can do for you at Bank North. 21-18 in favor of the Wahpeton Huskies right now. First time out for either club today. Full court pressure defense. Scott Woods gives this one to Fobb. Fobb pushing up the floor left in side to Nelson. Gives it back. Nice little give and go. Nelson open. Shot fake on the baseline. Shovel pass interior to Woods. Woods going up and there's a foul. Scott Woods will head to the free throw line this season. She's been there a ton on the year. As the foul will come across here on Hansen. Her second, team's first of the second quarter. Scott Woods has been to the free throw line 145 times and made 116. As she's an 80% free throw shooter, hits the first. Wahpeton now 1 of 7 from the free throw line as Hansen will check in on the way here for Claire Lagenwalter. While you'll see it here for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, Aspen Jost will check in for Hansen. Free throw attempt number 2 is good as well. So going 2 of 2 from the free throw line is Woods. It's now 23-18 in favor of the Huskies. As the Grovers will see this one now with Geiger. Double team coming and a reach and foul here for Nelson in the front court. Nelson will pick up her first, team's first of the second here for the Huskies. 3:58 to go before we get to our Cass County Mutual and Tope Insurance halftime show. Take a look at the first half numbers, preview what's to come, that and more here coming up on our Cass County Mutual and Tope Insurance halftime show. Three-pointer by Bolmey's no good. Rebound Downs now to Geiger. Downs at the right of the key, back up top to Geiger. Inside, and Scott Woods comes away with a steal. Woods will lead a 3-on-2. The other side, Woods. Jumper from 15. Tickles the twine. Scott Woods now in double digits with 10. 25-18 with 3:45 left here in this first half on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Jost double step through right-handed side of Downs. Payne here at the right wing. Wahpeton looking to press or get that half-court trap when they can. Downs at the top. Downs taking a couple of dribbles. Drive kick. Open. Aspen. Left wing three-pointer. That'll go long. Rebound here going to be won for a moment by Wahpeton with Hansen, but she was stepping out of bounds on the baseline as it will go towards the Oak Grove Grovers. 14-11 after one quarter play for Oak Grove. They've scored 4 here in the quarter while Wahpeton's put up 14. And they started on a good 8-0 run. Ball goes right-hand side, Geiger. Geiger at the wing, up top now to Downs. Downs will see it here, taking a couple of dribbles, looking for a teammate. Bounce pass right-handed side to Geiger. High post touch to Newman. Newman on the back cut to Downs. This one gets a block shot, and it will be out of bounds and stay with the Grovers, but 20 seconds on the shot clock. As for the Huskies, they'll make their first substitution of the game as Lopez Lee. Galea, the 5'8 senior forward, will be coming in as the Grovers will inbound the basketball. As Oak Grove does to left baseline to Mari Bolmey. Bolmey jumper inside the paint. That'll go short. Rebound here going to be one, though, for Peyton Downs. Downs right place, right time. Geiger trying to get the second chance points. That'll go off the lip of the rim. Rebound. Newman put back off the window for 2. Haley Newman, 6 points, 3 rebounds, and the Grovers are back within 2 possessions. Huskies will push this one up the floor now to Lopez Lee. As Wahpeton sees it here with Lopez Lee in the front court as they give it now to Hansen. Hansen will slow this one up with 2:35 left here in the first half of play. Ball goes to the high post jumper from Miller from 10. That will go long. Rebound tipped in the hands of Downs. Peyton with her 4th board of the contest as the Grovers want to push in transition. As Downs will see this right-handed side, that'll go to Geiger. Geiger on the interior to Aspen. Joseph will see a block shot. It's still loose. Lopez Lee gets on the floor with Scott Woods. Scott with the left hand tips it up. Downs will see it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch off of Peyton as she sprung to the floor right in front of head coach Chad Slider with Piper Nelson hustling after it. That one pinballed around on the baseline. Woods able to push it up the floor, and then you saw both Piper Nelson and Peyton Downs sliding for it. Last touch here off of Peyton. Nearing the 2-minute mark of this first half of play, Wahpeton will see this to Piper Nelson. Right-handed side now to Cambria Mauk. Mauk gives it back up top to Nelson. Mauk's already hit a 3. She gives this one now to Woods. Woods jumper from 15. That'll rattle out. Rebound will come out in the hands of Peyton Downs and Oak Grove. Downs hustling in transition. Downs bounce pass left-handed side. Balmy slips this to Newman. Newman inside the paint takes a dribble. Payne opens up for 2. Newman's got 8. The Grovers are back within 1 possession, 25-22. Woods to Lopez Lee here as they're pushing it down to Piper Nelson. Nelson gives this one right-handed side, and we'll see a block shot here for the Grovers. after the attempt on the way for Cambria Mauka. Block shot by Geiger, and the Huskies will see it on the baseline. As Wahpeton and Lyndon Broneski will check in for the Grovers. Also checking in is Rachel Christensen here, while coming in as fob for the Wahpeton Huskies. Lopez Lee checks out. Downs and Geiger also check out, make that Downs and Bolmy check out respectively, as Scott Woods hits another jumper from 12. 27-22 Huskies here on YourLiveEvent.com. Ball goes right-handed side for Oak Grove as they give it to the high post, now to Newman. Newman at the left wing, three-pointer. This one will go off the mark, out of play, and it will be in the hands of Wahpeton. Wahpeton leads it by 5. Now their club has stretched out the lead to double digits here in this first half, as we'll see Miller checking in for Cambria Mauk. Just under 65 seconds left to play here in this first half. Sienna Fobb sees us now to Miller, no relation, as she gives us now to Fobb. Fobb at the left wing. Fobb will see this back up top to Hansen. As Hansen reversed it now to the right-handed side. Skip goes left-handed side to Miller. Fobb posting up on the interiors. They're able to work it to the right-handed side. Huskies give a high post touch, as you'll see this ripped away by Miller, and the Grovers will come up with it. The Grovers to the paint from Christensen. Left-handed layup, no good. Rebound to Hansen. Double team comes. Ball gets deflected right to Geiger. Geiger with the step and score. Geiger's got 6. The Grovers are back within 3. Wahpeton to Scott Woods. Woods at the right wing, and this will be a foul, and count it. Scott Woods gets an and-one opportunity as she'll head to the free throw line. Bucket is good. Hunter Finkson with the call. Foul will be on Geiger, her second and the team's second here, as Woods will head to the free throw line. Getting 14 points in the game, a chance to make it 15. Huskies will make a substitution as Cambria Mauk will check in. Also, Peyton Downs will come in here for Geiger. Free throw attempts will be upcoming, as we do get some substitutions rolling on in here for the Huskies. They will also bring in a substitution as Postgame, the 5'7" sophomore, will come in now. Free throw attempt on the way here for Scout, trying to make it a 6-point game, is able to do so. Scout Woods averages 19 points per contest, and so far she's got 15 here in the first half of play on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Grovers able to get this one to the right-handed side. Bounce pass looking for Newman on the interior. Lopez Lee gets on the floor, and we'll see a jump ball, and the arrow will stay. And actually, this one will go towards Wahpeton. So turnover here for Oak Grove. I'm not seeing too many jump balls here in this first half, as the Huskies with Woods will also bring back Piper Nelson and Miller as well here for Wahpeton. As the Huskies with Miller will inbound the basketball. Miller with it to Scout Woods. Scout taking a couple of dribbles, 7 seconds. Woods with it, up and over on the pass, over the outstretched hands of Hansen, and a turnover here, as we'll get another substitution here for the Huskies, as the 3 that just came out will come back in with Mauk alongside with Polskamp and Lopez Lee. 5 seconds remain here in the half. Jose with 3 seconds gets to the half-court line, trying to get the shot off, unable to do so, and that's how we'll end our first half of play. At the half, it's the Wahpeton Huskies 30, the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers 24. Halftime show is coming up next, brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual and Tope Insurance.
Benedictine Mission Coordinator has a great move-in special. For a limited time, you can save $5,000 when you move in. That's $1,000 off your first 4 months of rent, and the $1,000 move-in fee is waived. Your rent at Benedictine Mission Coordinator covers 3 meals a day, home and yard maintenance, indoor access to Essentia Health Clinic and Benedictine Therapy Services, and much more. To schedule an appointment, call Benedictine Mission Court at 218-784-5250. Save $5,000 with this move-in special.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Halftime show brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual. They provide insurance products all of southeastern North Dakota. Local company providing local service to all their policyholders. Visit CassCountyMutual.com. That again is CassCountyMutual.com to find an agent near you. 30-24 Huskies with the lead here over the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers here on YourLiveEvent.com. Wahpeton 11 points in the first quarter and 19 in the second. Oak Grove with 14 points in the first quarter and 10 in quarter number 2. Wahpeton led by the 15 again of Scott Woods. Oak Grove led by the 8 of Newman. Huskies 3 of 9 from the free throw line. They've hit 3 threes so far here today from 3 different players. 6 in the scoring column with 10 first half turnovers. Huskies again led by the 15 points of Scott Woods. 3 rebounds, 3 of 3 from the line. Woods with 15. You have 4.6 boards by Sienna Fobb. From there, 3 points by Langen Walter, that's Claire. 3 by Mauk and 3 by Hanson. 2 here for Miller. For the Oak Grove Grovers, 5 players in the scoring column. They've hit 2 threes in the first quarter of play by Christensen and Hanson. Grovers 2 of 2 from the free throw line. They're led by the 8 points of Newman with 4 rebounds. You have 6 by Geiger, 4 here for Peyton Downs with 5 boards, 3 points here for Hanson, and 3 points for Rachel Christensen as well. Again, at the half, it's 30-24. When we come back, we'll let you know some other scores across the region and what's to come yet later today here from the Shack in Fargo.
Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale Thursday, March 20th at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. 75 Red Angus bulls plus 20 elite hand-picked registered heifers. Same reliable program, new exciting genetics, producing Red Angus genetics with sustainability for over 26 years. Request a catalog today. Call Gary Jacobson 701-361-3189 or Facebook Jacobson Red Angus. The sale broadcast on DV Auction. Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale Thursday, March 20th, 1 p.m.
What's going on today? I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection. You upgrading systems or working on maintenance? Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs. I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call. Yep, they'll come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Call 701-636-2119 or planter.com.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
As we come back at the half, brought to you in part by Taupe Insurance. Get in touch with Ryan at Taupe Insurance in Castleton for a quote or review of your policies. Give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045. That's 701-347-4045 with Taupe Insurance in Castleton. Coming up later today here on YourLiveEvent.com, you'll have Kindred and Lisbon and Central Cass and Northern Cass. They've only played once this season between Central Cass and Northern Cass. Central Cass won the lone meeting by 6 back on January the 30th, while between Lisbon and also the Kindred Vikings. Kindred swept the regular season against the Lisbon Broncos. The winner of this game will square off with Valley City tomorrow at 6 o'clock. The Highliners on the season swept both teams this year in the regular season, defeating Oak Grove twice, and the same for the Wahpeton Huskies. So Valley City will try to beat a team 3 times coming up in the semifinals. That'll be tomorrow. A note again on Thursday, third place games at 1 o'clock. The championship is at 2:45. Also a final earlier today out west, South Prairie Max in the quarterfinals in Region 3 with a win over Dunseith, 87-45. And in the Division B Region 1 tournament in Jamestown, Lytton HMB picks up a win over Wymer Lidgewood, and Benson County gets by St. John in Region 2. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, second half action is next again at the half, brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual and Tope Insurance. The Wahpeton Huskies led by the 15 of Scott Woods, while for the Oak Grove Grovers, they're led by the 8 of Newman. Second half is coming up next here in Fargo.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
You would never buy a one-size-fits-all shirt, and you should never do so to protect your valuable assets. And we'll find you the right fit for your insurance policies.
Home insurance, auto insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance, crop insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to Scott. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
High school hoops today on YourLiveEvent.com. Again, that does it for our halftime show, brought to you in part by both Cass County Mutual and Tope Insurance. I'm Chase Miller with you here on this Monday afternoon for our first of 3 basketball games. A little history between these two. Wahpeton Huskies, a Miss Basketball finalist, and Miss Basketball Tylee Irwin back in 2017 already. It's nearing a decade where Tylee was a Miss Basketball. Had a great career at South Dakota State University as well for the Jacks. Well, for the Oak Grove Grovers, a team that's been knocking on the door. 12-9 2 years ago. Last year, 6-14, losing in this round. They want to get past this particular round here with a win over Wahpeton. They already had a better successful season in terms of a record from last year, where they went 6-14. This year, 10-11, but trying to get over that hump. Well, for the Wahpeton Huskies, 9-12 this season. Wahpeton made it all the way to the third-place game before falling to Kindred in that third-place contest of the Region 1 basketball tournament. Oak Grove will inbound in here with Mari Bolme. You'll also have on the floor with Peyton Downs, alongside with Geiger and Newman here for the Grovers, again clad in their white uniforms. Grovers across the front in maroon. This one going to be stolen away by Miller. Miller looking to go coast to coast, gets by Geiger to the 10 off the paint for 2. And as Hallie Miller now with her 4th point to the contest. Wahpeton with Miller, Scott Woods, Fobb, alongside there with Piper Nelson and Hanson, their original starting 5. Another turnover here for the Grovers as Piper Nelson with the left-handed layup for 2. Make it a 4-0 run to begin the half here for the Wahpeton Huskies. And before you can blink, it's 34-24 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Ball will go right-handed side. On the interior goes Peyton Nelson as this one works its way to the right baseline. Now to the right short corner. Newman jumper from 5. That'll go off the iron. Rebound on the way here for Miller. Huskies with their largest lead of the game. Miller drive kick. This one goes the right wing to Nelson, but Piper will have a traveling violation. Substitution as Christensen will check in for Geiger in a game that started back at 4:34 earlier today. And still to come on YourLiveEvent.com. 4 wins Minnewacan will go up against Grafton. And a little bit later on here Ball will go left-handed side. Oak Grove will see Christensen. Ball gets skipped right wing. This one will be a jumper on the way. Is good here for Peyton Hansen. Hansen with her second triple of the contest. It's back to a 7-point margin. Up and over on the full court pressure defense. Woods with a nice ankle cross. Gives this one up the floor to Hansen. Hansen sees it here at the right wing now. Dribbles it back out for the Huskies. High post, Fob, 15-footer. Shot goes long. Rebound tipped out in the hands of Peyton Downs. Downs will see this crossing the timeline here. Drive kick, open. Hansen, three-pointer again. Swirls it on in. Hansen with her second three. A timeout for Chad Sliders Club, and the Grovers are back within 4. Timeout on the floor in our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard here in quarter number 3. It's high school basketball here on your liveevent.com.
Bears Home Solutions is the Red River Valley's premier HVAC and plumbing company. Our team of friendly, licensed professionals has delivered top-notch service to the Red River Valley since 1978. Bears Home Solutions is the only name you need to know when it comes to heating, cooling, and plumbing installation, service, or repair. When you want it done right the first time, you need a Bear in there.
Timeout brought to you in part by Bank North. We've been a trusted financial partner for generations. See what values-based banking can do for you at banknorth.bank. That's banknorth.bank today. After the timeout here, Chad Slider and the Grovers, they'll have 3 remaining. 6:10 left to play here in the third quarter. 34-30. Huskies with the basketball left and inside with Hansen. Hansen gives it back to Nelson. High post touch to Fob. Leaves it to the left pocket. 3-pointer on the way for the Huskies. That'll go long here by Hansen. Put back though for Miller's up and in. Miller's got 6, and for the Huskies, they lead at 36-30. Allie Miller, the senior, averaging 10 points per game, nearing that number right now. Ball gets skipped left and inside. Christensen bounce past Newman, gives it to the top, extra find to Mari Bolmy. Bolmy to Hansen here. Hansen on the skip pass. This one goes into the front row, and we'll see a turnover here for the Grovers. So 36-30 with 5:34 left to play here on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard in the third quarter, as the Huskies with Miller inbounds it in the backcourt to Hansen. As Hallie gets the ball back here, guarded by Downs. Allie Miller, right wing, goes to the baseline as she does. We'll see this, gives it back up top as the Huskies work it with Fob. Fob at the left wing. Back around the world as it goes to Scott Woods. Woods gives it to the high post. Left-handed side with it is Piper Nelson as they work it out of Scout. Scout with 10 seconds on the shot clock here. Crossing over on the baseline. Cutting teammate on the inside. Floater by Nelson's long, and a rebound here to Newman. Newman gets her fifth board up the near sideline. Goes Rachel Christensen. Christensen hands this one off. Ball gets deflected, and good hands defensively by Scott Woods. Turnover by the Grovers. Huskies with Piper Nelson finds a trailing Scott Woods. Leaves it. Nice find, but shot is off the mark by Hansen. A rebound to Newman. Tough one there if you're the Huskies. He did everything right. Got the steal. Got a good look. Just unable to finish. It's still a 2-possession game. Downs at the left wing. Back up top to Mari Balmy. Balmy on the interior to Peyton Downs on the seal on the zone for 2. Peyton Downs with 6. Give the assist to Mari Balmy, and the Grovers are back within 4. Huskies will see this to Sienna Fob. Fob with it in the backcourt as the Huskies right-handed side give it to Miller. Miller with the jab, leaves it right-handed side to Piper Nelson, right pocket 3. That'll go off the iron, and a rebound here to Mari Bolmy. Bolmy gets the rebound here as the Grovers trying to make this a 1-possession game. Hansen's had the hot hand, 3 threes in the game for the 8th grader. Peyton averaging 4.5 points per contest. She's doubled that up here in this one. Christensen, high post, Newman, jumper from 17. Rattle, rim, and roll. Newman now in double digits with 10. Get it to the high post. Grovers back within 2. They were trailing it by 10 at 36-26. Scott Woods sees this. Woods to the paint. Woods gets fouled and counted. Scott Woods with 17. Oh, Scott Woods nearly half the points here for the Huskies this afternoon. Newman will pick up the foul. Her second, team's first of the quarter here for Haley. But the Wahpeton Huskies now lead it by 4. High school hoops today on yourliveevent.com. Make sure you stay tuned with us on our post-game show. It'll be a little modified. We'll get to our Agassiz Precision Egg play of the contest. We'll get you ready for game number 2 between the Broncos and the Kinder Vikings. That and more. Shot on the free throw is missed by Woods. Turnaround jumper by Miller's off the mark, and a board coming down here for the Grovers. As the Grovers now will bring it to Geiger. Geiger right-handed side, leaves it back up top to Balmy. They reverse it left-handed side to Peyton Downs. Downs able to probe inside the paint, bounce pass, open, Jost right pocket three. This one will be in and out, no good. Rebound will be out of play, last touch here by Oak Grove. That one was halfway down and rattled out. As it'll be a full court pressure defense again by the Grovers. Next jump ball would favor the team clad in purple here today in the Wahpeton Huskies. Woods, that's Claire up the far side. Will have a blocking foul here on Oak Grove. Mari Bolmy's going to pick up her first, team second. Chad Slider not happy in the least, to say the most, on that particular block, thinking that was going to be an offensive foul there on Woods. As we're at the 3-minute mark of this third quarter, Oak Grove trailed at 30-24 at the half. They were down by 10 at one point. Trimmed it back to 4 right now. Other side at the left wing, Miller gives it left and inside to Piper Nelson, and we'll see a turnover here on the Wahpeton Huskies. So Nelson will get called for the traveling violation. Grovers led by the 10 of Newman and the 9 of Hanson. Well, for the Huskies, led by the 17 of Scott Woods. Nice passing here for the Grovers. Tic-tac-toe. Newman to Jost, as was able to finish it off to Peyton Downs for 2. 38-36 right now, as Peyton Downs now with 8 points. Back to a one possession contest. 2:20 left in the quarter. Miller bounce pass. Nelson jumper from 7. Got it from the right baseline. Piper Nelson now with 4, and the Huskies are back up by 2 possessions. They met 2 times. It was a 10-point game on January the 16th in Wahpeton in favor of Oak Grove. It was a 9-point game in Fargo in favor of the Huskies, their last meeting out. Here's a pickpocket 3. Mari Bolmy from the right wing, and the Grovers are back within 1. Claire Woods will see it, able to spin as she does. Claire Woods to the paint, lost it, and this one will be out of bounds off the Huskies. So turnover here for Wahpeton. Substitution, as you'll see, with Olivia Hanson will check back into the game alongside with Sienna Fabas. Scott Woods and Piper Nelson will check out. 1:44 remaining here in the third quarter. And what you would expect in a 4-5 matchup so far, been a barn burner. Taking a couple of dribbles, Jost in the front court. Oak Grove with a made field goal here, a chance to take the lead for the first time since they had the lead to start the second quarter at 14-11. Wahpeton came out on that 8-0 run to begin the second quarter. Bolmy, left wing 3, that'll go off the mark. Rebound comes down here to Miller. So Miller gets the board, and the Huskies will see it up the far sideline here. Miller, a little hesitation, move gets walled off, and then we have a little push on the check. Hand check foul here on Mari Bolmy. That'll be her second, team's third. So for the Grovers right now, Geiger, Bolmy, Newman, and Hanson all with 2 fouls. As the Grovers will make a substitution here with Rachel Christensen as Peyton Downs will check out of the contest. Huskies on the inbounds with Miller. Miller looking for a teammate, finds one inside to Claire Woods. Shot will be off the mark. Rebound here for Newman and Fobb, and we'll have a jump ball, and the arrow will stay with Wahpeton. 1:12 left here in this third quarter as the Huskies with Miller will inbound the basketball. As they're able to do so, right-handed side, 3-pointer for Hanson's off the front iron. Rebound underneath, and a foul here on Wahpeton. Foul will come against the Huskies here. Cambria Malk will pick up her first and the team's first of this third quarter of play. Grovers, so far here in the quarter with 15 points. Huskies, they got 10. Ball bit skipped. Huskies waiting for it there with Hanson, gets the steal. As the ball got skipped to the near side to the far side, right in front of the Grover bench. And now Wahpeton with 50 seconds left in the quarter will give it on the interior to Claire Woods. Woods gets a block shot partially by Newman. It hangs around the back of the iron, takes a couple of bounces, and last touch here by Christensen. Huskies will make a substitution as Piper Nelson and also as Scott Woods will check in. The Grovers with Carolyn DeYoung will come back into the contest as Newman will check out with those 2 personal fouls. 8-second differential between game clock and the shot clock here. Ball goes to Fobb on the interior off the backboard for 2. Sienna Fobb's got 6. And for the Grovers. About a 3-second differential between shot clock and the game clock here. Unable to utilize a 2-for-1 situation. Balmy gives it now to Geiger. Geiger right-hand side to Jose. Aspen ripping it through. There's a hand defensively, and the Huskies come away with it as Cambria Mauk will come away with a turnover, as the Grovers have had 6 turnovers here in this third quarter. Left-handed side goes to Hanson. Hanson on the skip pass now to Piper Nelson as they give it back up top. Huskies with 9 seconds left in the quarter. We'll see it right wing to Fobb. Fobb to the baseline. Now that'll go to Nelson. Interior to Scott Woods with 3, with 2. Woods to the paint off the front iron. No. Woods on the putback. Can't get it to go, and that's how we'll end our third quarter of play. On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's the Wahpeton Huskies 42 with the Oak Grove Grovers 39. 42-39 Wahpeton here on your liveevent.com.
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the open spaces here and being able to go in and out. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators. I just have most everything that I need close at hand.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of Fargo-Moorhead and the surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into settling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified Carlita Dietz.
On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. That again is dhb.bank. It's 42-39 Huskies in favor of the Oak Grove Grovers. Chase Miller with you for the final 8 minutes of regulation. A 15-12 quarter in favor of Fargo Oak Grove. So they're down by 6. They trimmed that deficit down to 3 here to begin this final 8-minute stanza. Grovers here with Christensen, now to Newman, right-handed side to Geiger. Geiger gives it back to Newman here. Newman gives it to Geiger. This to Ty from college range 3. That'll be short. Rebound, though, for Peyton Downs. Putback shot by Downs is blocked by Miller. Outlet to Woods, up the floor now to Nelson. Nelson, right-handed scoop and score. Nelson's got 6, and the Huskies with that defensive block by Miller could potentially be your play of the contest. Brought to you in part by Agassi Precision Egg with the stop and the score. The other side of the floor. Open is Christensen. Thought better of a 3. Newman high-low game to Downs, and another block shot, this time by Scott Woods. So you got the high-low game going for the Grovers, but right now the Huskies, the last player defensively on the bottom of that zone on back-to-back possessions, has withstood the stand. Newman on the inside, shot no. Rebound last tipped, and it'll be off of Newman, as this one will go towards the Wahpeton Huskies. Quarter number 4 here today in Fargo, 7:13 left again in the fourth. Full court pressure defense, as you'll see this one now for the Huskies. Ball will go to Sienna Fobb up the floor, left-handed side, and Nelson. Nelson, baseball skip pass to Woods. They give it back to Miller, and Nelson resets the offense on that Bison emblem. Scott Woods taking the ball screen, leaves it right-handed side. Three-pointer from the baseline. That'll go long for the Huskies. Rebound, though, underneath. Miller will see this, passes it to Fobb on the right block. Can't get it to go on a board here for Peyton Downs. Downs in the front court. Grovers looking for a made field goal to get it back within 1 possession, as Downs will slip it near sideline. That'll go to Christensen. These two teams next season will also be in the same volleyball division, as volleyball will go 3 divisions next season after Oak Grove made it to state this year in Class B. Huskies last year competing in the EDC when it came to volleyball this school year. Very similar game plan when it comes to volleyball to basketball in terms of the teams and towns. I'll go back up top here for Oak Grove as they go to the right pocket. Geiger with it there. Jumper from 15 short. Rebound goes to Scott Woods. Scott will see it at the left wing. Scout gonna spin as she does. This one gets stolen away. Coming up with it here is Hanson, and a foul here for Fobb. Sienna Fobb will pick up the foul. That'll be her first, team's first of the fourth quarter with 6:11 left on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard as Lopez Lee will check in now here for the Huskies. Wahpeton's led throughout this second half. They were trailing after one quarter play, 14-11. But since then, start of the second quarter, they have not relinquished a lead. This one will go to left-hand side. Ball will go on the interior. Lopez Lee shot is off the mark. Rebound comes down to Geiger. As Geiger will see it here, right wing. Shot fake on the way for Hansen. Hansen tiptoes the end line, and this one will be a turnover as Hansen was out of bounds on the baseline. Turnover here on Oak Grove. Ball will go here for the Grovers as they will make a couple of substitutions. As Aspen Jose is able to check in, also for Oak Grove will be Mari Bolmy. As the Huskies will see it now with Miller. Miller to Lopez Lee in the backcourt. Miller sees this on the ball fake back to Lopez Lee. Huskies give a couple of dribbles as they do to Scott Woods. Woods at the right wing gives it back to Miller. Miller ripping it through right to left. Teardropper in the paint for two. Miller now with 8. 44-39, balloons to 46-39. Here with just over 5 minutes to play here in the fourth. Grover's bounce pass across the paint. They were looking for Downs and a turnover as Scott Woods will come up with it. Woods with it in the front court to Nelson. Back to Scout as the Huskies will set it up here for Miller. As Miller calls out the offense. As they do, they'll give this to Piper Nelson. Nelson here at the top of the key. Shot clock working with 18 seconds. Ball goes to the baseline. Open on the way for three is Langenwalter. Shot will be off the mark. Rebound here to Aspen Jose. Jose will see it now the other side of the floor. Aspen took a big dribble, lost the handle. Then a turnover here as this goes to Nelson. So back-to-back possessions of turnovers here for the Grovers as Jose will pick up the foul. Aspen will pick up her second, team's first of the fourth quarter. As we'll see a timeout on the floor for Chad Sliders Club. 4:45 left to play here in the fourth. Huskies up by 7 with the ball when we return.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Time on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. See what values-based banking can do for you. Visit banknorth.bank. That again is banknorth.bank. So at 4:45 left to play here in the fourth quarter, the Oak Grove Grovers will have 2 timeouts remaining. They've committed 1 team foul. Wahpeton with all 5 timeouts remaining. They've committed 1 team foul as well. Huskies with the ball to start this restart after the timeout there from Chad Slider as the Huskies right-handed side gives it to Miller. Miller at the right wing, now to Scott Woods. Woods right at the key, 3. That'll go off the iron. Rebound here to Peyton Downs. Downs will see this. Taking a couple of dribbles, driving kick. Geiger open, right wing 3. That'll go short. Rebound tipped here for Scott Woods, now to Miller. Huskies will handle it here as they do with Miller. As Miller and now Wahpeton, you're up by 3 possessions with 4 minutes to play. You can start kind of playing that little clock game a little bit if you're Wahpeton. Unless you're wide open, kill some clock, take a quality look. Lopez Lee gives this one to Scout. Scout top of the key, and Brian Watson wants a quick timeout. 3:56 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 14 seconds left in the shot clock. When we return, we'll take a break with them on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
At
Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator. High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Make sure you patronize all of our sponsors for bringing you high school athletics here today. Without them, we would not be able to bring you these respective games. Midway through the first quarter, playing Mayville, Grafton, and Four Winds Minnewacan currently tied at 7 apiece. Winner of that contest has the Devils Lake Firebirds tomorrow up at Mayville State, also on YourLiveEvent.com. Thompson Hillsborough Central Valley a little bit later on tonight in that 3-6 matchup up in Mayville State with Joel Ansello and James Martins. After the timeout for Brian Watson, they'll have 4 remaining. Scott Woods gets doubled on the inbounds as they leave it left-handed side now to Nelson. Nelson ripping it through, drive kick to Hanson. 5 seconds remaining here on the shot clock. Ball deflected into Scott Woods' hands, and Woods gets fouled with 1 second on the shot clock. Peyton Downs will pick up the foul, her second, team second. So now for Coach Chancellor, you got 2 on Geiger, Bolmy, Jose, Downs, Newman, and Hanson. Nobody else has under that, or nobody has over that either. We'll see Scott Woods, the free throw line, up and in. Scott's now officially scored in every quarter. She's got 18. For Wahpeton, 5 seniors on this year's roster. For Oak Grove, they got 4. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming here for Scout. Second one is up and in as well, as it's now 48-39. Largest lead for the Huskies here at 9 points. In this quarter, their largest lead of the game is 10. Double team on the baseline. Peyton Downs on the pass, gives it to Mari Balmy. Jumper, block shot by Miller right in the hands of Newman. That can't go. Newman stepped through and she gets fouled. So Newman will head to the free throw line here to shoot 2. As Hanson will get tabbed for the foul, her first, team second. 2 free throw attempts on the way here for Oak Grove as they're trailing it by 9. Newman, free throw attempt is up and it's good. Newman's got 11 now here in this contest. Substitution here for the Grovers as Aspen Jose will check in. Free throw opportunity number 2 upcoming here for Newman. Able to hit both of them now with 12 points. Cuts this deficit back down to 7 with 3:24 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Winner's got a date with Valley City. Loser, and your season comes to a close here on February 24th. Miller here at the right wing on the dribble handoff as this one goes to Nelson, now to Woods. That's Scout. Back up top as they reverse it now to Claire Woods. Claire gives it to Miller. Miller here at the right of the key, taking a couple of dribbles, finds a cutting Scout Woods inside the paint. Woods is going to spin. Woods with 10 seconds, gives it on the back cut to Miller, who gets fouled by Peyton. Downs will pick up her third. That'll be the team's third, and 2 free throws upcoming here for Miller. Miller, a 62% free throw shooter on the season, to line to shoot 2. As the Huskies are 4 of 12 from the free throw line, now make them 4 of 13 from the stripe. They start out 0 of 6 back in the first quarter. Substitution here as Peyton Hanson will check in, as Aspen Jose will check out. Free throw attempt number 2 on the way here for Wahpeton. As Miller misses the second, rebound here by Claire Woods, off balance, gives it to her sister Scout on the right baseline, and the Huskies get a fresh shot clock with it, and Brian Watson wants the timeout to save the possession on top of it. 2:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. It's 48-41. Huskies with those second chance opportunities are working for them here late in the fourth.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Coming up, we'll get to our abbreviated post-game show, get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and our Agassi Precision Egg play the contest. That and more is still to come. Then we'll get you ready for Kindred and Lisbon and Northern Cass and Central Cass a little bit later on here tonight in Fargo. After the timeout, Hansen with the basketball. Gives it back up top to Nelson. Back to Hansen here. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Ball gets skipped right-hand side. Miller will see this on the baseline. Last touch off of Geiger here of Oak Grove. Well, if you're the Grovers, by all means can still play this possession out. 2:37 left in the fourth. 15 seconds on the shot clock. But from there, you got to maybe start thinking about the foul game if you don't make a field goal on the ensuing possession. Scott Woods, skip, gives it up top as this one will go to Hansen. 8 seconds on the shot clock. The Huskies with it now to Nelson. Nelson going to drive hard down the paint. Kick to Claire. Jumper from 15. Shot will be off the mark. No, but a rebound put back here by Piper. Yes. Ball got deflected right to Piper Nelson as she's able to finish for 2. And the Wahpeton Huskies lead it 50-41. Mari Balmy, right-handed side down to Newman. Newman, high-low game to Peyton Downs on the baseline. Downs sees it back to Newman. Shot from 16 is good. Newman's got 14. The Grovers are back within 7, but here's that hill to climb right now here from the Oak Grove perspective as the Huskies with Miller will bring this one up the floor. Wahpeton can take this under $130 before they need a shot. Miller doesn't care. She goes right to the 10 for 2. The paint opened up. They were not going to switch on the screen, so Miller able to go right down Main Street for 2. Aspen Jost here gives this one down to Mari Balmy. Back to Aspen. High post to Newman. Kick to Geiger. Geiger at the right wing. Three-pointer. That'll go long. Rebound here for Mari Balmy. Now to Jost. Back to Newman. Jumper from 17. Newman got it to go. And a timeout on the floor. Newman's got all 6 points in the quarter here for the Grovers with 2 free throws and a couple of made field goals as well, as it's now 52-45, a full timeout on the floor. We'll break with him. This timeout brought to you in part by Bank North late in the fourth. Wahpeton with the ball when we return.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Timeout brought to you in part by Bank North. Go to banknorth.bank. That again is banknorth.bank today to find a branch or location near you. 52-42, Huskies with the advantage here by 7. Getting late in this one with 1:23 left to play. Looking at when our next contest will be probably closer to a 6-10 opening tip between Kindred and Lisbon. And then the last game of the night, again, scheduled for 7:30 with Central Cass and Northern Cass. Second year of the two-division system. Next year we'll see if it's the same 7 teams as sometimes once teams with success factor points make their way to state or possibly get to the semifinals. Might have to move some regions around and reshuffle for next year. As Scott Woods brings in the front court. This one is popped on a pass to Miller. Miller at the right wing. Grover's not fouling. They do have one more foul to give before it's the bonus here, as the Huskies will be well content to take this one under 60 seconds. Ball goes left-handed side as now it goes. Here's a foul as Aspen Jost will come up with the foul. Aspen will pick up her third. That'll be the team's 4th. And now with 61 seconds left, you probably force the hand of the Grovers. And Chad Slider, if he can't get a jump ball or a turnover right away, gotta find a way to foul. Sina Fobb will see this here. Ball's deflected for a moment. It's still loose on the deck. Jost gets on the floor, able to give this one off to Geiger. And this one will go out of bounds, and it'll be last touch here for the Wahpeton Huskies. So the Grovers get the defensive stand as Jost will check out and Hansen will check in. 52 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Grovers with the made field goal will get it back to 2 possessions. Grovers see this one turned over. Sienna Fobb will come away with it as she does. And we'll see a foul here as Sophia Geiger will pick up her 3rd. And we'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2 here with Olivia Hansen. Hansen, a 5'6" senior guard, is 5 of 9 from the free throw line here this season. 47 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Hansen. Free throw attempts on the right-handed toss will be short. Second one here for Wahpeton. Still a 3-possession game right now late in the fourth quarter. Huskies are 1 of 5 from the free throw line here in the fourth. Olivia's second right-handed toss is good. Hansen now with 4. More importantly, from the Husky perspective, it stretches that lead out to 8. Grovers just need a field goal here. Anything is good to get it to 2 possessions. Bolmy, right-handed side, gives it to Hansen. Right wing now to Downs. Downs at the wing. Geiger comes up top. Deep 3 on the way off the staggered. No rebound. Put back Maury Bolmy in for 2 and a timeout on the floor. Timeout here for head coach Chad Slider, as he will call the timeout here for the Grovers with 30 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. What that made field goal does makes it a 2-possession game. From here on out, again, it'll be bonus free throws for the Wahpeton Huskies. As here's a stat that is glaring right now. Oak Grove with 4 of 4 from the free throw line. While for the Wahpeton Huskies in this game, they are 5 of 16 from the free throw line. Huskies so far with 3 threes in the game, but second chance points opportunities that have allowed the Huskies to take the 6-point lead. And Chad Slider will be out of timeouts from here on out for the remaining of the contest. So from here on out for the Huskies, they can take an extra 1 or 2 seconds before they inbound it, as the clock would continue to roll here for Wahpeton, before they have to inbound the basketball if the Grovers do get the ball back, get a made field goal as the example. Huskies will see this on the inbounds with Miller, as Miller will inbound this. Full court pressure defense by the Grovers. Next jump ball does favor Wahpeton. Newman will commit the foul here. That'll be her third. Scott Woods will into the free throw line. One of the best shooters from the line here for the Huskies this season. 3 of 3 in the second quarter. She went 0 for 1 in the third and 1 of 2 so far here in the fourth. Currently 4 of 6 make that from the free throw line here today for Scout. Free throw attempt is going to go long. So still a 2-possession game right now, as Hansen will check back into the game here for Oak Grove. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming here for Woods. As Scout hits that one, time on the floor for Brian Hansen will break as well. Huskies lead it by 7.
The City of Hillsborough invites you to make Hillsborough your home. If you're looking for a new home or a job, check out the opportunities in Hillsborough and see what the community can offer you and your family. Enjoy a quality family life with community, education, church, entertainment, and more. For all neighbors and those driving through the region, we welcome you to come and shop with the businesses in Hillsborough. If you have questions related to services available in the City of Hillsborough, contact the Hillsborough City Office at 701-636-4620.
High school basketball here on YourLiveEvent.com. 54-47. The Wahpeton Huskies with a 7-point advantage here with 29 seconds left to play in this fourth quarter, as the Huskies, kind of a tandem combination of Scott Woods with 19. Miller's got 10. Well, for the Oak Grove Grovers, led by the 16 of Newman and the 9 here of Peyton Hansen. Newman, again, though, with 6 of the 8 points here for Oak Grove in this fourth quarter. So after the timeout by Brian Watson, the Huskies will have 2 remaining. They have 2 fouls to give before it's the bonus. Wahpeton just going to make sure Oak Grove just doesn't roll the ball up the floor. A little full court token pressure defense as Hansen sees this one and then walks with the basketball on a turnover here on Oak Grove. So substitution as Aspen Jose will check into the game. As coming out here will be Peyton Hansen, as the Huskies will inbound it right in front of the scores table on the far side with 25 seconds remaining. As Wahpeton trying to end the Grovers season for a second consecutive year here in the Region 1 quarterfinals. Newman will pick up the foul. That'll be her 4th as Scout Woods heads back to the free throw line. Already 19 points in the game here for Scout. And last season, 43-41 Wahpeton winners in the region quarters, as they are 23 seconds away from getting back to the semifinals for back-to-back years here in the Region 1 Division A tournament here for the Huskies, as they take now a 55-47 edge. Free throw attempts number 2 upcoming here for Scouts is also good. Woods now with 21 in the game. Ball will go on the front court. This one going hard to the paint, and we'll see a foul here on the body. This one will go on Fob, her second, team's third, and 2 free throws upcoming here for the Grovers with Peyton Hansen. So free throw attempts on the way here for Hansen. Hansen able to hit the free throw. Now in double digits with 10. As it's a 56-48 contest. Keep it that way. Second free throws off the mark. Rebound comes down to Piper Nelson. Gives this one up the floor now to Hansen. 10 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, and a foul will be with Peyton Downs. As you'll see the free throw opportunities here for Hansen. Hansen with 4 points, went to the free throw line for Oak Grove again. Foul time it looks like here for 4 seniors of Ava Edgar, alongside with Mari Bolmy. Peyton Downs and Newman will be playing their final game here for Fargo Oak Grove again here this season. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming is off the mark, no good by Hansen. Rebound comes down to the Grovers, as the Grovers will see it here, right wing, hand this one off, get the ball back. Geiger trying to get a shot off. Geiger's left-handed scoop shot will be off the mark, and that's how we'll end our fourth quarter play. Your final on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, 57-48. Huskies pick up the win. They will be making their way to the semifinals tomorrow against Valley City at 6. Grover's season finishes at 10-12. Post-game show is coming up next.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
As we come back on our post-game show, one of our Enbridge Energy players of the game here for the Wahpeton Huskies is Allie Miller, the senior. 10 points in the game, a handful of rebounds, a couple of block shots as well. First things first, congratulations on the win. You know you're able to get a couple more games. Just take us through the gritty performance in this one to play a team that you did about a week and a half ago here, Allie, and come away with a victory in this one, 57-48.
Yep, we knew they were going to come out strong. We knew we had to play good deep, play good offense, and run our plays and just attack when needed to and help on defense, yeah.
Able to see in the second half a block shot, Scout threw it up the floor, you quickly get that transition layup. Just take us through that defense to offense when you can get a block, when you can get a steal. What does that do for this team in the half court to go in that transition style of play?
Yep, it helps the momentum and helps us just get going, I guess, yeah.
Piper Nelson able to get 8 points for a 7th grader. For someone who's any middle schooler or a freshman that's able to get these opportunities at the varsity level, how have you seen her grow throughout this season?
Yeah, she's just beginning. She has a lot to go and a lot of potential, and I can't wait to watch her and see her grow throughout the years.
Allie, what's been the difference of this team? You're 7-3 now in your last 10 games. What's been the difference in the last 6 weeks of basketball that maybe wasn't there to begin with right off the bat here right away in December?
Just the confidence, in each other, in the team, and what we're running, just knowing, we have the confidence and to just go out and execute.
What's it going to take to find a way these next couple of games? You made it to the third place game last year. Obviously, you know your opponent in Valley City tomorrow. What's it going to take to close out this week to get where you want to go, which is at least that state qualifier, if not a state tournament in mind? What's it going to take?
Yeah, just being consistent and just having trust in each other. That's basically what our goal is, to just trust each other and execute when we need to.
Allie, congratulations on the win. Best of luck tomorrow against Valley City.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Again, for the Wahpeton Huskies, Hallie Miller with us here. Part of our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game will continue after this here inside the Shack.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
As we come back here on our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game, again, Hallie Miller and Scott Woods. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That, again, is Enbridge.com. We go from there to our Agassiz Precision Egg Play the Contest. That Hallie Miller block shot that went up the floor eventually to Scott Woods, who shoveled it up the floor to Piper Nelson to finish off with the scoop layup in transition. That is our Play of the Game, brought to you in part by Agassiz Precision Egg, your local precision planting dealer. Agassiz Precision Egg in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. Scott Woods finishing with 22 points in the game. He had 10 for Miller, 8 on the way for Nelson, 6 here for Sienna Fobb, 5 for Hansen, 3 on the way for Mauk, and 3 for Claire Langenwalter here as the Huskies improved to 10-12 on the season. While for the Oak Grove Grovers, they fall and finish 10-12 on the year. 16 points for Newman, 10 points for Hansen, 8 on the way for Down, 6 for Geiger, 5 for Bolmy, and 3 points on the floor for Rachel Christensen. Oak Grove finishes 10-12 on the year, and again, it'll be the last time for Ava Edgar, alongside with Mari Bolmy. You'll see Downs and Newman wearing and representing the Oak Grove colors here in this one. Wahpeton, 2 games against Valley City, lost by 13 to Wahpeton and lost 63-39 in Valley the last time they played on January the 23rd. Huskies got the Highliners tomorrow at 6 o'clock. That does it for game number 1 of 2. Coming up, we'll get to Kindred and Lisbon here in 15 minutes with the opening tip. That's next on your LiveEvent.com.